All right, so like we said in last class, we did macros tracing dependencies, and I think slices and timelines too was the last, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's fine. Mhm. Yeah, then we did protection too. For good protection, we did slices and timelines. Yeah, tracing dependencies and macros. All right, so for today, let me see. Lord. For today, we'll be doing, yeah, what's if analysis, regression and forecasting. This regression and forecasting would have a problem because myself, I do not know it. So I don't know it. Like I don't use it, so I'm not bothered. But in case we want to maybe have a link to a video we can watch, I can highly recommend. But for me, I cannot take it because I do not use it. So the reason I cannot take it is because I do not use it, and I can't say how would I put it now? I can't say I have like a justifiable knowledge on it. So in case any one of us wants a link to a video we can watch on it, I will be very much available to provide us with the link. So for today, we'll be doing what if analysis. Quick. So,
Actually thinking of something.
all right.
Yeah, to help ourselves, like we helping each other, even helping you too. Maybe you provide a video on that and you make it as an assignment for us or a project. So we'll come back here, present it to you. Maybe you can learn from there too. It's just an opinion.
For the regression and forecasting, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I feel that's good too. But then, if we give assignments, are we going to work on it? Are we going to submit before the next class? That's another thing we have to look at. Because there will be no point giving out something and we are not working. Well, actually, it's not bad, though. It's not bad, but I don't know how to put it. There should be this form of accountability. Like, if they give me this, I have to do it. But then we all are fixed with other aspects of life. I'm not saying we would not, but we would look into it actually. Oh, Mr. K, what do you think?
I don't have an issue with it. We are just two, and I believe it's something we can do.
Yeah,
So
that makes three
if you
of
are okay
us.
with it, mhm.
Sure. All right, so I'll drop the link to our DMs. Yeah, to our DMs. All right, so let's start with today's class. What if analysis? Yeah, when we say what if analysis, like we've always said, what's it called? Excel is more like English, and um, whenever a function is called upon, it is just to perform that function that it is called upon. So what if analysis also is just to perform occasions where I am to ask myself, what if this, what if that, what if this and that. So what if analysis? What if analysis is just like you providing yourself now using Excel scenarios like, okay, let's say um I'm making, everything has to do with business, right? You're making money, yes. Let's say I'm spending, okay, let me use spend. Let's say we are spending 20,000 naira in a week on maybe on groceries. Yeah, on groceries, I'm spending 20,000 naira a week, and I only get to buy maybe six items of groceries for 20,000 a week. But now I want to limit my spending to just 17,000. I mean, what if I spend 17,000 a week? How many how many items of groceries will I be able to get? How much will I be able to spend on groceries? Sorry, no. What if I'm spending 17,000 naira instead of 20,000 a week on groceries? How many items will I be able to get? What if I am spending 17K? How many items will I be able to get? I feel we should be able to understand that. Or let me say, what if, okay, I want to host, okay, this is another aspect of what if analysis. Let me say, I want to host, like, I have a party or a conference and I want to host just, um, I want to host just 20 people, and the budget is 100K. The budget is 100K. No, the budget is 100K, and I don't want to exceed that budget. How many people can I host? Like, I have a budget of 100K. I am hosting a party or anything, and I want to know the exact number of people I will be able to host without exceeding my budget and without spending less than my budget. So what if analysis can help me determine if it is 20, if it is 50, if it is 10 people I can host comfortably with 100,000 naira. Yeah. Then it can also help us predict values. So now, yeah, that's just like a brief summary of what if analysis and what it's all about. So how do we use this what if analysis? I have this on my screen because of one other. Okay, yeah, the one I left out. Let's say, okay, in a company now, we have all our records, like we have the number of staff, like this one on the screen. Now we have number of staff, we have monthly salary we pay, we have the rent per annum, and my income, sorry, the profits now, if we've removed all of this from our records and all of that, the profit left is just 200,000 there. How do I increase this? What if I want to make 400K? I would want to like reduce some stuff or maybe put more emphasis on some places like adverts, like marketing and the like, which is not yet out of me. And like, so I want to see the possible outcomes or possible solutions in a go. I want to see it in a view. That's another aspect of what if analysis. So from that view, I can determine, okay, this is what I would do. I would have to reduce this. I would have to increase this. I would have to put my emphasis on this, like that, like that. So that's just what if analysis is all about. So now, how do I activate my what if analysis? And what are the types of analysis and what are the types of what if analysis we have? The types, I already explained them, but we'll come to them again. So how do I activate my what if analysis? Once I open my Excel sheets, when I want to work on, and I have my information ready, or I have my data ready. I just go to my data tab. For my data tab, I can see we are there already. Let me nudge this. For my data tab, I can go to forecasts, what if analysis, if analysis. So we can see the types of what if analysis we have. We have scenario manager, we have goal seek, and we have data table. So scenario manager first. Scenario manager creates different groups of values or scenarios and switch between them. It creates different groups of value or scenarios and switch between them. Yeah. It gives us chances to test different set of values. Like it gives the avenue like you can that should allow one or a user test different value to know the expected results. See, with this scenario manager, we can either have best results, worst results, or there's one more, I can't remember. Expected results. Yeah, I am expecting this. Okay, what's the worst thing that can happen and the best thing that can happen? What scenario manager helps us to predict. And goal seek now. Goal seek is more like finding the right, find the right input for the value you want. Just like we said, I have 100K and I don't want to exceed 100K. I don't want to spend less than 100K. How many people can I host? The value of people I want to host, goal seek can help me figure that out. And we have data table. See this one too. I'm not really very familiar with it, but the other two, very good. So data table now, it helps us see results of multiple inputs at the same time. This one also predicts results, predicts values at the same time. So now this is an example of a scenario manager. With using this information, this doesn't go down. Using this information, this is a kind of scenario manager I drafted for this class. So let's dive into it. First of all, what's the first one? Okay, scenario manager. Yeah, let's do this first. Scenario manager now. So for a brand, any brand now, let's say a fashion brand. Fashion Home. The name of the brand is Fashion Home. Okay. And the number of staff in Fashion Home is just, we have 10.
So,
So,
okay.
do you have to say something? Do you have to say?
I wanted to say my screen was
Sorry?
frozen while doing anything, but I'm saying it now. Like, I wanted
Oh, okay.
to say my screen was frozen before,
Okay.
but
All right, no problem. So, like we were saying, in Fashion Home, we have 10 staff and our monthly salary we pay is 700K. That's like 70K per person. So in a month, we pay 700,000 naira to 10 staff, and our office rent per year is like 450K, and our monthly transport allowances, that is after we've paid every of our staff their monthly pay, we still give them transport allowances of 10,000 naira each. That's making, sorry, 7,000 naira each, making a sum of 70K per month. In a month, we buy materials worth 100K, and in a month, we have miscellaneous of 50K. Maybe you want to buy water, you want to buy fuel, you want to go to somewhere we did not record and it's not part of our transport allowance. Miscellaneous 50K. Then our profits. Is like 200K. So, but then I want to like increase this profits. I want to increase this monthly profits. What if I increase my monthly profits? I would have to reduce or increase some aspect of this record. Let me say you have marketing. What's this? We spend just 10,000 for marketing. Good. Now, I want to increase this particular one. What do I do? Scenario manager can help us. Like, scenario manager gives us the avenue to input what we want and what I want. So I can see different scenarios at once. So I know what is best. I know which one is the worst decision, and from there I can choose my expected result. So let's just dive into it. So I just have to select any cell containing values. Then I go to my ROSEB analysis. I select my scenario manager. This thing is, I already have this one. Okay, let's join it down instead. Let's say we have 5 staff and we pay. Let's do this individually then. So we pay like 100,000 each. Our 100,000 each. Then our office rent is 400,000. Our monthly transport allowance each is 10,000. Then cost of materials per month, we spend 100K on materials, and our monthly miscellaneous 50,000. Okay. Our marketing, let's make it let's say 20,000. Then our profits is like 300K. I'm not using this one because I already used it and I have this, but we'll come back to it to explain this too. So I'm using this now. I'll be using this for this. So we have scenario manager. I can actually delete this one. I hope it does not alter my, yeah. Now, what do? I already have my record available. So what do? I had, let's say, sample. I'll give it a name, sample. Changing cells. That is the cells you want to change. And you'd have to highlight it all, meaning these are the values I want to change, the cells. This one prevents changes. Okay, click my OK. So what do I change my number of staffs to? Let's say I want to increase, I want to empower more people. What if I have 10 staff? And I'm still paying each of them 100K. Yeah, and my office, once we have 10 staff, we would have to like increase our workspace if there is not enough space. So let's just say we'll move to a bigger place since we are hiring 5 more people. That's like times 2 of our normal staffs. So let's just say we are moving to a place of 500K. And F6 is monthly transport allowance. Let's just leave it at 10K each, and 7. We can still leave this at 100K. Do we leave it at 100K? Cost of materials per month. If we have more ants, definitely we have to do more. So let's make it 250. For 250. Then our monthly miscellaneous, if we have more people, we'll definitely spend more. So let's just say we'll not spend too much because we're looking at our pockets. We would have to make this at 80K. Then our marketing, since we have more people, if we have more workloads, we have capable, we have manpower that would take them up. So instead of 20,000, we can just make it like 60. Then would my profits increase or it would decrease? Since I have more ads and I am marketing them more, trying to reach out to more people, I'm trying to expand. Yeah, this is more like expansion. I have more ads, I have a bigger workspace, I pay my staff. Let me say I pay them well. Or there's the possibility I increase their payments though. And what will I be looking at as my income if I am spending this much, hiring more hands, increasing our marketing price or marketing fee, and getting a bigger workspace? I should expect to make more profits. Now I want to make like it's 500, maybe 500, 600. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I was supposed to have. Yeah, that's the first scenario I created. Let's say a second one now. I'm looking at cutting down costs. The first one, we're looking at expanding. And this one, let's look at cutting down costs. How can we make this as sample 2? By changing cells, we should not forget. Please, if this call should go off, let's rejoin using the same link, and hopefully that will not take most of our time. So yeah, changing cells. The cells I want to change, shake it. So this one, it's highlighted already. Then we do okay. So what do I change my number of staff to now? Now I said we want to go down. Instead of 5, we have 3 left. But then I still want to be lenient so that they would not feel like if they see a better offer, they would want to go instantly. I can just leave my price. Monthly pay as that. Once I have less staff, I can equally decrease my price, the office rent. You cannot make it something 300 or 350, but let's leave it at 300. And the next one is our monthly allowance. Let's still leave it at 10K per person. And what's the next one? Cost of materials. We have little hands. We would not do too much. Let's just make it like 80, but we don't want to cut down on our quality. So let's make it 80. F8, that's monthly miscellaneous. Since there are less manpower, we can just make this 40 or 35. So let's just make it, okay, let's make it 30. We don't want to cut down cost. 35 rather. F9 will be marketing. We cannot do more than 10,000 in marketing. And definitely, if I am reducing all of that, I would still want to gain more. You get. So now it's not a problem of maybe capital is the problem, um, or would I say greed? No. No, it's the problem of I want to size down, or maybe business has not been going well, and what if I go down on quantity of products and see if I can actually make more from that? Then what if I want to, expand? And definitely if I'm expanding, my income should also expand too. But this one now, I'm trying to reduce costs. If I am reducing costs, definitely my income should like increase, or at worst remain the same. So let's leave it at worst, it remains the same. 300K. Okay. Should we add one more? Okay, let's leave it at this. But in case we want to add more, we can always follow the same process until we are satisfied with the amount of scenarios we've added. So after I've added enough, I can just click my show. Oh, what did I do? Yay. I've not deleted it. Sorry. I have to dumb it down. I don't know what I pressed. Well, let's do this. Serious. Oh, Jesus. Does anybody have the record? Like, I think it all cleared out. Shit. Answer this. Made a mistake. Okay. Can we remember the values? Wasn't writing down. Okay, if no one is answering, I think we'll just have to do with this one I used here. So what was the figures I inputted, scenario manager? I'll just have to like for this one now, I did this now.
What values are you asking for?
Hold on, please. For the scenarios we were doing, the one I wrote somewhere here, I don't know what I pressed, and it's just the one I wrote somewhere here is the one we're using. But while we can't access that, let's just make use of this one. So yeah, after inputting all of my scenarios, all I have to do is just okay, and I view it. It would ask me for what's it called now? A scenario cell where I want my results to be shown or to be displayed. I can just click on anywhere, but automatically it would create a sheet for me that I would have to go to. It would not display it on my current sheet. But like I said, after doing all of this, it gave me a scenario manage scenario summary. It gave me a summary of everything, meaning I did this as a case study. I did this as another scenario. Sorry, I did this first as a first scenario. I did this as another scenario, and I did this one as another scenario. Meanwhile, this was my original scenario. Like, okay, I had 10 staffs. I pay 700K monthly. We have a workspace of 450K yearly, and we have our transport allowance for 70K. We have our cost of materials to be 100, and what was this one? Miscellaneous 50. While having all of this, we were making this as a monthly profit. Now, I still remained at this. Okay, this is the original one. So now I want to downsize to 7 people, just 7 staff. If I have that 7 staff, I'll be paying 490K. Definitely. Okay, if I have 490,000 I am paying as salary, I am reducing my workspace to something of 400K per month. And definitely, since I reduced the number of staff, I would also reduce the number of the amount of monthly allowance. Instead of the monthly allowance was 7K per person. and we had 10. That was what made it result at 70K. Now we have just 7 people to downsize to 49. But we still leave our cost of materials because we don't want to go down on our quality. And this miscellaneous has to reduce, like maybe we're buying 10 bags of water before, just have to buy 7 bags of water since there's a reduction in manpower. And if I am reducing my salary and I'm reducing office space, even if the office space is not that much, I am reducing transport allowances. Those money have to come back to me one way. That is why I feel like my income or my profit should increase for this case. Now, okay, I want to expand. This one is like, I want to downsize. This one is for downsizing, and this one is for expanding. Yes, I want to expand, empower people, and I want to expand. I would need more ends. I want to help let me say, give back to the community by employing more ends. Yeah. So I was having 10 originally. Now I want to employ 2 more people and I have 12 staffs. That 12 staff, I will still remain at paying them 7. Wait. Okay, before we were paying 70K. Now, like I said, I want to give back to the community. I employed 2 more people and now we are paying 100K per person instead of 70K. And now, since we have more people, we have more workloads, we would need a bigger apartment, so a bigger workspace. Yeah, so instead of 450K for workspace, now we will be looking at something 500, if not more, for a workspace. And our transport allowance still remains 7K per person, times 12 of us, 84. So now we have more ends. Definitely we should do more. Our cost of material has to increase more. So because now I think there should have been something for marketing. So our marketing also would increase because if we are marketing, we are trying to reach more people. We have capable ends. We have ends that would fill up the work, that will do all the work. Yeah, so that's not there, but we can actually put it. The 80K is for miscellaneous. Now we have more people spend more. If I am spending this much, giving back to the community, definitely I have to make more money because I am spending more. I cannot be spending 1.2 million on monthly pay and I am just receiving 100K. No, that's not business. Yeah. So if I am spending this much, I should be able to. So if I'm spending this much, I should be able to make this monthly. Because when I was paying 700K, I was making 200,000. Meaning, if I am doubling it, it should be double too. It is that simple. So from this scenario now, I can easily